Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Lee here from Pedalboards of Doom. Now, I've got something a little bit niche for you. If you've got a Boss GT1000 core and you're trying to turn the tuner on and off via a Midi switcher such as the Boss ES8, well, I know how to do it. And it wasn't easy. It took a lot of work. Boss helped me out a lot. So I want to bring that to you and show you exactly how to do it so you haven't got to go through all the headaches that we had. So let's get on with it. First off, here we have my Boss ES8 and you've got the GT1000 core. Now, getting them to do this isn't easy. So first up, we need to prepare the Boss ES8 to send the right MIDI message. So what I want you to do is hit Edit and then scroll along to Control Expression. And then click Assign. You'll probably be looking at Assign 1. And then what you need to do is you need to scroll along to Source and put Switch to On, Source to Mute, and Mode to Toggle. The Cate should be set to MIDI, and the channel needs to be whichever MIDI channel that you've got your GT1000 set to, but don't worry, we will look at that. Also set the CC message to 1. Hit right 3 times, and that will save it. Now let's set up the core. Okay, so what you need to do is go over and hit the menu switch, press the right arrow, and click the knob 3 to select MIDI. We're going to check what your MIDI channel is. So the RX channel and the device ID need to be 7. Set Omni mode to on and TX channel to RX. Hit exit twice, press the left arrow and click knob 2 twice, and that will take us into here. Right, now on number 1 we need to make sure that the switch is on, and you do that by clicking in the number 1. So scroll back up to number 1, don't scroll to number 2, that was just to show you because it's a bit blurry. Click that so that's on. And then you need to set the target to tuner. You do that by clicking number 2 and scrolling all the way down to the bottom. And then just click 2 again when you hit tuner. And that will select it. The min should be off and the max should be on. Hit the right arrow and it will take you over to this page. And you need the first one to say CC#1, not CTL1. The mode needs to be on momentary, act low 0, act high 127. Hit exit once and then press right 3 times. Okay, and that's it. So if your GT1000 is outside of the loops of the ES8, you don't need to do anything more. But if it's inside the loops of the ES8, so say it's in loop 8 for instance, edit, control expression, assigns, go to assign 2. Or the next 3 is assign and set scroll to the left, sorry. Switch needs to be on, source needs to be mute, mode needs to be toggle. Go to the right and set the Cate to loop, and whichever loop your GT1000 is in needs to be the target. So mine is loop 8. At that point you can hit right 3 times and save it. I didn't need to save it so I didn't do that, but just hit right 3 times, save that. Now what you'll see is if I go along here and select the one with the asterisks, you'll see when I hit it, loop 8 engages. Okay, it's perfect. Ta-da! Now this doesn't come without its limitations. Okay, so there's a couple of little things that aren't so great, but I think they're going to be worked out. One is, every time you want to set this up, it needs to be done for its own unique patch. So you can have the mute button doing whatever you want on different patches. That's on both the GT1000 and the ES8. Now, it's not the end of the world because, I think the GT1000 core will be updated so it happens system-wide as opposed to patch-wide. And on the ES8, you can duplicate banks. So what I tend to do is you can duplicate patches as well. So I set up a patch with all my Midi messages and these sort of things I want to happen as standard, and all my assigns I want to happen on all of the patches, and then I copy and paste them over onto all the patches, and then I save that bank in something like bank 99 or whatever. And then I can just duplicate that to bank 8 or whatever I want. So whenever I'm starting a new bank, I just paste that up and I'm a winner. So it's not the end of the world. The other slight downside is if you do have your GT1000 in a loop and, oh, big bike, and you hit the mute switch, it obviously turns the GT1000 core on. But if you already have a patch with the GT1000 active, when you hit the mute, it will deactivate it. So you'll have the tuner come up still, but the signal will not be sending to it. Bit of a pain in the bum, and you have to work your head around that one. So that's the downsides to it, but it's not the end of the world to have to get the functionality of the tuner via MIDI. It's really, really handy. I know it's easy just to hit the 2 switches to get the tuner up, but it's quite easy to miss that as well, and just having a single switch makes it really, really nice. You could assign that to one of the switches on the GT1000 core, but then you're losing a bit of functionality there as well. Also, if your GT1000 core is up on top of your board and not down the bottom like mine is, it's again, it's not the greatest thing. So yeah, that's how you do it. I hope that's been helpful to you, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye bye.